morning and welcome to a program on family life. We're delighted to always have you join us in our program, and we hope the program has been a blessing to your life and to your home. We're live this morning on Encounter TV, on my TV decoder, and also live on our social media handles on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram at Prophet Godfrey Ministries. So sit back and join us and enjoy today's program. We have a topic as it pertains to your family life, and that is balancing your career and your marriage. Balancing your career and your marriage. I would not be discussing this topic alone. I have with me seasoned guests in the house this morning to help us discuss this topic extensively. They are seasoned preachers and pastors of God's word, and also businessmen and women, family men also and women. On my right, I have with me Elder Mike Wankuni. He is a seasoned preacher of God's word, also a businessman, also a one-time banking personnel. You're welcome, sir, to Family Life.
Good morning, viewers. God bless you.
And on my left, I have with me Mrs. Christy Augustine. She's also a seasoned pastor and preacher of God's word, a businesswoman, and a mother, and also a wife. So today she'll be telling us how she has been able to combine all the roles effectively in balancing a career and marriage. You're welcome to Family Life.
Thank you so much. Good morning, viewers. God bless you so much as you join us. Amen.
Wow, back to our topic, balancing career and marriage. We'll begin by defining the word career. When we say career, what do we actually mean? Career is an occupation, a profession, a trade, a vocation pathway, undertaking for a period, a significant period in the life of a person. Career is progressive. Career requires growth. You grow in a given choice of career. We have different types of career. We have the knowledge-based career and also the skill-based career. When I use the word knowledge-based, there are some careers that requires knowledge. You need to read, you need to learn. It entails reading. It entails information. Careers like the medical profession, careers like the banking profession, the academic world. If you have a mind of venturing into such career, it entails reading, it entails knowledge. It entails information. It entails learning. You need to learn before you become a medical doctor. And the other type of career is the skilled-based career. This does not necessarily entails reading. All it requires is your learning, your craft. It could be called a craft. It requires your creativity. It requires creativity. How creative you could be. So you could work with your hands. So it's a craft you undertake by working with your hands. That's skill-based learning. And there's also something we call freelance. This skill-based career, they could be called freelance. That is, they are self-employed. They don't necessarily need to be committed to any employee. They can work on their own. Those are freelance. They are self-employed. They are entrepreneur. They go into any business venture of their choice. So, do you have a different perspective of the word career? In your own perspective, can you define the word career?
Thank you so much. Okay. You've explained all we need to know about career.
Okay.
All I will add is that for a career, it's a personal choice.
Personal choice, yeah.
Career revolves about person. It's a choice, personal choice of a passion.
Beautiful. Passion.
A passion. Your passion for a particular job, a particular profession, or a particular skill.
Wow.
thing about career is that it is all about you.
Your passion, all about you, what you want to
taking
do.
a decision of what you want, to do, about your dream, about your aspiration, about your goal, and about your success. So it's unlike marriage.
Unlike marriage, there's a
Marriage,
lifetime
why
commitment.
career is a personal decision. One person taking a decision of what he or she wants to do. Marriage must be an agreement.
Wow.
So marriage is not a personal decision.
You don't wake up to decide.
It's an agreement. So two persons must
agree
to live together as husband and wife. Or career is I want to be.
Decision.
I desire to be, and I want to achieve this.
That means career is all about personal passion and fulfillment in life, of your dream, and goal and aspiration. So people go into or venture into their career to satisfy their fulfillment. They want to be fulfilled in chosen professional career. Wow. Ma, do you have another definition in your own perspective of the word career?
All right, thank you so much.
Okay.
I want to say that a career woman is a woman that, desire, puts all her effort on her job, on what she wants to be in life, and what she's doing. A career woman is a woman who regards her job more important than anything. She travels at all time. She goes out in the morning and come back in the night. All she wants is to succeed, to have a great name, to achieve wealth. It's so important to them. They go into it with passion.
They give it all it takes.
All it takes. They are ready to do anything. To fulfill their desires.
Fulfill their desires in a chosen profession. That's interesting. That is why the topic is balancing career and marriage. Juggling between being a career person and being a family man or a family woman could be very demanding. There's something we call work-life balance. Work-life balance is the amount of time you give in or put into your work versus the amount of time you put into another personal life, like your marriage or whatever personal hobbies or hobbies. Sir, how do you bring that balance to your work life and your family life?
Thank you very much. This is very important. For you to even say somebody is successful,
it has to be balanced. It has to be all round.
Success is determined by how much you can balance your personal life, your career and life. Family. The societal expectations. You cannot just be successful in your career and your marriage is suffering. Your family is suffering. Your children are on the road. No, that does not make a complete man or woman. That does not make a complete success. So for you to say I'm a successful person,
then it has to be
I'm
balanced.
succeeding, it's a function of how much you're able to strike a balance, establish an equilibrium, right? In your work life, your choosing career, your family, your children, and the societal expectations too, your community. To be able to do this, you must create time for each of them. None should suffer.
None should suffer.
If any aspect of your life suffers,
then there's a problem.
Then you have a problem. And that problem will also make even the area that you so much have passion on.
It will not be fulfilled.
Before you know it, that will start suffering. When there's problem at home and it is not well managed, not well handled, before you know it, it will begin to affect your productivity in the office. Before you know it, it will begin to affect you as a person. So what is important and makes you a complete man or woman, whether a career person, is your ability to form that equilibrium, right? Strike a balance between you, your career,
and your career life,
your family, and the entire society, your community, your children, your family.
So, sir, like what our mother just said, she said a career woman gives in her all, willing to leave home at any time and come back at any time. How do you advise such career personnel to balance, in itemized points, to balance their career life and their family life? Coming from the man's perspective or the men's perspective now,
It's okay.
how do you balance being a husband, balance being a father, and balance being a career man?
Thank
How do you strike that balance in itemized point?
To be able to strike that
The
balance, first you must set priorities.
Beautiful.
You set priorities for the office, your work life.
There should be that boundary.
Set priorities for your home, your family, and set priority for your community, the environment, that's the societal life, your social life. Learn to set a boundary.
Wow. Learn to set
If you
a
don't
boundary.
set a boundary for each of them, there will be problem and there will be crisis. Set a boundary that your home, if you're a career person, it is important you give in your all as a career person, but don't carry your workload home. Don't carry, that is what destroys home. No matter how much you love your career, please ensure you work and keep the job in the office. By the time you begin to carry your workload home and the time that is meant
for family life,
for the family, and you are giving it back to the office at home, then there will be crisis. And when you also get back to the office, please don't bring family issues to the office.
Prioritizing your time.
Prioritize your time for the family. As a woman, create time for your husband. As a woman, create time for your children. As a woman, create time for your office. You don't give completely all to the office.
To the office and give leftover to the home.
That is when you are not setting proper priorities. When you set proper priorities, give the time what belongs to the office. What belongs to the husband. I like what I think one career person, I think former chairman of First Bank, Dr. Mrs. Dosumu said. He said, I like my job.
Wow.
But I want to be a good mother to my children.
Beautiful.
I want to be a good mother to my children. That my children should not suffer because of my job.
Because of my job. That's the point.
At the same time, I love my husband.
That's the point.
I want to be a good wife to my husband. So all I do to succeed in these three challenges is to set priorities.
Set priorities.
Prioritize what is needed at any point in time.
Know when to draw that balance.
She's not the only one. We've had, whether as a woman or as a man, we've had so many successful women that are
in various careers that are
presently
successful.
Succeeding in their careers, in their homes as mothers, and as wife to somebody. So what is important is set priorities. Set boundaries. That is very important, whether as a man or as a woman. Thank you.
That's beautiful. Setting priorities. Know when to strike the balance between your career and your home. Do you have another point on how we could strike that balance between your career and your home?
All right, thank you so much.
Okay.
I feel that wisdom is very important.
Wow, wisdom is profitable to direct.
In your marriage,
in your
career. And planning also.
Planning.
If you fail to plan, you are planned to fail.
Plan to fail. You need to sit down to plan. Wow.
You plan knowing that what you sow in the morning is what you reap in the evening. If you are careless with your family because of work,
you reap that in the evening.
You reap it in the evening.
Very important. You reap that
you are careless,
in the evening.
There is no bond between your family. At the early stage of their life, you are not there to mold them. You are not there to have really fellowship with them. When it comes to the evening of your time, you'll find out that you're alone. You have just labored in vain. The money you are chasing in order to raise those children, it will be useless when they are far away from you. So home is very important.
Very important. So you have to set priorities. Know which should precede which.
There is price.
And marriage should precede
Everything.
career. Marriage should precede, because career is for a certain or a
Limited
season,
time.
limited time.
Very limited.
Marriage is for a limited time, while career is for a limited time. While marriage is a
For the rest
lifetime
of your life.
commitment.
Yes.
So we should know which should precede which. So in certain priority, we should know what should come before our family life.
Yes.
We should hold family life
More important
more
than
important
anything.
than anything. Wow,
You have to pay price for anything good.
that's true.
The word
That's
of God
true.
tells us that Jesus, for the joy ahead of him, he have to suffer, endure the
You have
pain.
to suffer.
So for you to enjoy your family at your evening time,
The evening time.
you have to give it time.
Evening time is
Yes. There is morning time of our life
And
when
there's
you
the
are young,
evening time.
when you can go anywhere, but there will be a time, you are evening time, when you can no longer do anything. And that money cannot get you anything. You cannot keep money here. Billions and say, go and get me water, go and get me this and that. Money can't do that. It's good to have money. Bible say, answer it to
All
everything.
things.
But you have to plan your way
have
very
to
well.
plan. So
Let your
planning is
family
key.
be the most important thing. You will see many crying. My children, they don't care about me. Where were you when
Where
they were
were
young?
you in the morning?
You create that bond early.
When things were
that
going out of
bond
hand.
will be drawing them
my
to
God.
yourself.
Planning is key.
Yes.
In the morning of your life.
You have fellowship with them. You talk with them. You know everything about them. A man was complaining, the children fight him, the mother and the children, they fought him, this and that. And the first thing I asked him,
Where were you in the morning?
yeah, how is your family devotion with them? How are you? Because in that family devotion, you talk, you share the word of God, you ask questions. Like my home,
And
I
you tell
ask
them the
questions.
values you expect.
You give, they know
values you
you have
expect
fellowship. Do you
with
understand?
them.
It's not when you have given all your time to career
So your
money.
career-
You gather the
and
whole
you
money.
want to
But
fall
at the
back on-
end, you will
on
not
what you
find that
did not-
love you need, and you'll be regretting. You find out that you have just
a
chased
life
the
of
shadow.
regret at the evening of your life.
So money is good, but let there be limits in everything. That family is very important to
Proper
me.
planning.
It's very planning very well. Pay a price to have a good home.
Thank you, madam. It's not that career is not good.
It's good.
In as much as we say the family is very important, that is true. But I think, like you rightly said, it is lack of planning
Yes.
that
Lack of
makes
planning.
it look like a career woman is having a challenge.
It's having
Yes.
a challenge. Lack of
How
planning.
does it happen? It is when she did not plan well.
Very well,
Or
yes.
you allow your career get into your
Into
head.
your
Yes.
head. It
And
begins to
once you
affect.
allow your career get
begins
into
to affect your
head,
marriage.
you begin to look down your marriage. How do you look down your marriage? As a career woman, you are the CEO of a well-known, renowned company.
Begin to disrespect
and at
a
that
man.
point, you begin to
Look
disrespect
down on your husband.
And again, you think your children are not too important anymore, like you said. So we are not going to discourage women
I'm going into
from
career.
getting to the peak of their career. Career is good.
It's good.
It is very, very good. But where there is proper planning, you can balance it.
Yes.
You will achieve your career, your dream. Because if you become a very successful mother, but your dream for your career, you
will
kill
not-
it.
you will not have that
not be happy
fulfillment.
at the end. You will not be a fulfilled
You
person.
won't
So
be
we
a
want
fulfilled
a
person.
situation where
Where
we
you are
encourage
fulfilled.
our women, our mothers, our
To-
wives
to venture
be
into
fulfilled
careers
in their career,
their choice.
at the same time be successful in their
Their
marriage.
home.
We are saying it is achievable. It is
It's
not that it
achievable.
is not
Of course, it
achievable.
Yes,
is
it's
But
achievable.
what is important, like you said, is proper planning.
proper
They need to
planning.
plan, prioritize things when they need to prioritize. That is what we are saying. We can give names of successful mothers,
Yes. Yeah.
successful career persons. Dr. Mrs. Obi Ezekwesili. These are successful career women. Dr. Mrs. Okonjo-Iweala. These are successful career persons. They are mothers. Their children are doing well.
Beautiful.
And their husbands' name are also being heard.
Beautiful,
We have
beautiful.
former NAFDAC chief executive,
Yes.
Dr. Mrs. Dora Akunyele. These are successful career persons. So their being mothers and wives did not stand in the
did
way of
not
their
stand
career.
in the way of their
Neither
career.
did their career stand in the way
of family life.
of their family life.
Beautiful.
So why they were able to do that? Because they
Balance.
struck a
They
good
struck a
balance,
good balance.
a good equilibrium,
Yeah.
right, between family and career.
Beautiful.
See what is happening in the banking industry today. Today we have not less than 7 banks. Their top
women.
CEOs are women today.
With
God.
women.
The CEO
So
of
it's
Zenith Bank today is a mother, a housewife, and
A
today
career
she is
person.
the CEO of Zenith
A
Bank.
career person.
The CEO of Access Bank today is a mother, a
wife,
and
and a
today
career
she
person.
is the CEO of a bank. She has reached the peak of her career. The
And
CEO
so
of
effective.
GTB Bank today, GT Bank, is a mother, a wife,
And a
has
career
also
woman.
reached the zenith of her career. So it is possible.
It is
We will
possible.
not discourage our wives
It is
from pursuing their
achievable.
dreams.
Yes.
We will not
It is
discourage them from
achievable.
pursuing their
Hard
dreams.
work is
But we
needed.
want them to strike
Yes.
a balance.
Yeah.
Learn to humble themselves when there's need to do so.
It is achievable.
It is achievable.
As a woman, as
Just
a man.
plan properly and you will get them
Orientate.
all. And that is what
Beautiful.
makes you happy later
At the
in
end
life.
of your life, you look back and see how fulfilled you have been in your career and also in your home. So what we are saying this morning is no role
If you
should
were just mentioning about work life, even in the church, it's the same thing.
the same thing.
To pastor a church or to be the head of a church,
It's
pastor
true.
a minister in the church,
That is true.
takes lots of time.
That is true.
But you cannot say because you are called as
As a minister to
forget
you
to
allow
entirely
your
home
family to suffer. You allow your home to suffer.
suffer.
And you allow your children to suffer. Same goes for ministers in the church. They must plan properly.
Yes.
You must
That's
plan.
true. That's
Give
true.
proper attention to your wife.
your wife and
when
children.
the time comes. Give proper attention to your children. And give proper attention to your calling. Striking a balance is
Striking
what
a balance is
important.
key.
The career is good. Your marriage is good.
The-
Your family is good.
But the ability to strike
They are
a
all your
balance.
calling.
That's a good one. Ability to
And your
strike
home is
a
the
balance.
first ministry you have. You are home.
Charity
I said,
must begin at
yeah.
home.
Yes.
Charity
Your first
must
ministry is
begin
your home.
at home.
If you fell there, you are fell.
Charity,
Now, good. I agree. Your home
charity must begin,
must begin at home. Yes,
home.
that is true. But
Her
why-
emphasis is for the evening of your life. You have to.
Good.
You have
Good. I stand for both. Balancing both.
Balancing
The
both.
home is very important. But
the-
do you
and your
know
career is also
that
important.
when the home, you continue to keep the home and the source, you need a source from outside to keep the home, whether as a man or as a woman. Something, what keeps the home comes from outside. So you need to water the career. You need to oil the career. Whether from as a mother or as a husband, you must water the career
To enable you have the
generate good
resources.
income, to take good care of the
So
home.
you can't literally
Whether
sit in at
as
home
a
and
minister
expect-
of God or as
There must be something to do.
a lawyer, as a banker, as an engineer, you also need a career to bring up a good home.
So from what we are saying this morning, balancing is key. Balancing, ability to strike that balance
That
is
is it.
key. Prioritizing what should come first. And I think I listened to a preacher, and that's a woman of the gospel, Ms. Reverend Funke Adijumo.
Yeah.
And she said, at the early stage of her life, when her children were still very tender, what she did, because I think balancing or setting priority is about knowing the timing. It's about timing.
Timing.
It's about timing.
Timing.
When you're
Time
talking,
management.
when you are
Good.
talking about balancing, it's about time
Timing. Thank you.
management.
Timing and planning. They go
Planning,
together.
of course. Proper
Timing.
planning. And so she said when her children were still very tender, she turned down on every invitation. She turned down every invitation that has
For
to
a party,
take her.
for a marriage,
Every invitation that has to take her
in the
outside
village.
the home. For that period of time, she was working from home. She was working from home until the children, actually now they are all grown. Now they are all grown, and now she's a grandmother.
Good.
So now she can literally travel
Do some of those things.
to any part of the world. She can travel to any part of the world now because she had successfully managed that time of her life when children were still tender. So it's about compromise and sacrifices, making sacrifices for your home. If your work as a woman will take you far from your home at the early part or the early stage of your marriage, you can choose to sacrifice. You can choose to sacrifice and let your children be molded. Let them be able to know their left from their right before you begin to put your all into a given career. Because if you abandon them at the early stage of their life, there becomes a problem. There'll be crisis. So now she is 60 plus and she has gone back to school. Talking about Reverend Funke Adejumo. When I was listening to her, like, wow, she's 60 plus now, and she said she has gone back to school to become that lawyer she had once dreamt of. So she wants to be a lawyer. She said she wants to die fulfilled. She wants to die fulfilled, but she had to put a hold. She had to put a hold on that career for that period of time when family needed her the most. So my view or my take or my perspective on balancing or striking that balance is about time management. Ability to manage your time as a man, as a woman, knowing that your family on account of your career is about sitting down. Even the Bible said if you want to build a tower, you sit down to count the cost. It's about sitting down. If I venture into this career now, at this time of my family, will it suffer? Those are honest questions you need to ask yourself. And if the answer is a yes, you hold on. We're not saying cancel your career entirely, but for a period of time in your home, you have to, there needs to be a compromise. There needs to be sacrificing from both the man and the woman. And there are areas to balance. There are areas you need to balance, and there's a time-based balance. You need to balance your time. If as a woman, sir, you need to leave home before your children are up. I hear in some parts of Lagos, you need the parents are out. 4:30 you are out. Children are still sleeping. And you come back late in the night. You come back late in the night. So that means that means they've already gone back to bed. So that means you don't know what happened in school. You don't know what happened to them. The whole of it, you are not even aware. So I think we need a balance. And in helping us strike this balance, we can discuss with our employee. We can discuss with our employee, sir, can I be a little late to work? Can I be a little late to work so that I can at least prepare breakfast? At least prepare breakfast for my home. At least prepare children to school. So it's about sitting down and negotiating with your employee. Sitting down, negotiating with your employee. If your work will take you or take all of your time, sitting down to know how much you can give, or put into. You can decide to make it a 60-40 thing. I give in 60% to my home, or 60% of my time to my home, and 40% of my time to my career. It's about sitting down to strike that balance. Also space or distance. If you are a freelancer, if you're a self-employed person and your work is far from your home, you could decide to make adjustments to bring such business closer to your home. And also, if you are a multitasking person, like a market woman who wants to indulge in everything, you want to sell plantain, you want to sell fish, you want to sell yam, you want to sell everything, and you have different days where you can actually go and get those items. Like Mondays will be village market for fish, Tuesday village market for yam, Wednesday village market for snail. Like you are everywhere. You have to sit down and see what to sacrifice. See how to reduce some task on your schedule. Okay. Like I can decide to make it just yam and plantain, while I leave the other days for my family, yes, where I can sit down and know what's happening, what's going on in my home.
Thank you very much. First, I like to respond to one comment you made about an employee negotiating with the employer. That might not be possible. Easily achievable. Because wherever you are working, they have their work rules. They have their work rules, and cannot be exception for married women because or for family your marriage life. Now. But in that case, if your time is going to affect your work or affect the home, we suggest as a married woman, either you're going to have a help at home. Either you're going to have a help at home, or do it in a way that you're going to be waking up early and get certain things done.
Oh, before
Or
leaving
if you are
home.
the type that can cook during the weekend,
Oh,
get
make
all their foods ready.
Cooking.
While the husband supports you with the necessary gadgets at home. Supports you with all the modern necessary gadgets at home that will reduce your
workload at home,
so that you will be able to meet up your time at work. If you are a career person and you continue to take excuses to absent yourself or come late, you will be fired. If I'm an employer, I will fire you. I will not hold back. Right? That is important. That's why I say every company has
their own work rules.
We cannot continue to give you
an excuse on account of your family life.
If you think that it is not going to be possible, you've looked around, it won't be possible. As a woman,
make necessary adjustments.
Take a less time-demanding job.
Beautiful.
It is not compulsory that you take a job where you
takes
work
all of your
from
time.
6, where you leave home. Job that makes you leave home 5 a.m. and come back 9 p.m.
Make necessary adjustments.
If at the time you are making babies and bringing up children, take a less demanding job.
That's
where
the point.
You can be there, resume 8 o'clock, close by 4.
So get a job.
Everybody must not be a banker or work in the hospital where
even if you must be a banker
or whatsoever. So take a less demanding job within that period. And when you are done with the babies,
you can venture into your career.
Then you can go
into your career.
to that particular career that you so much desire.
That's the point.
Yes, it's very necessary.
Beautiful.
To take. It's not must that
not compulsory.
you work. You know that thing you read in university, and you must work on it because your children need you mostly at their early stage. You know the Word of God said that foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, and when you are not there to correct that child, he will grow from that, you know, as a child, he will grow with that foolishness to adulthood. That is why you see adults that are foolish. They don't know anything. There's nothing you plant in their brain. They don't know. Their head is off. So they don't know. That is why you see some wicked people in the society because no one teach them love. No one teach them how to do things. They come out to open their mouth and say anyhow. They talk anyhow. They open their because no one was there to guide them at their tender age. So whatever you are doing, that early stage of your children is very important. Unless you, at the end of every career, every morning, you find out that that reputation will be destroyed by the character of your children.
Your children, the reputation will be destroyed. The reputation you are trying to build, you are trying to build, will be destroyed by the children you neglected. That's key. That's key. We have to know how to strike the balance. What are possible disadvantages of people who venture, give their all to their career and abandon their home? Possible disadvantages.
It's okay. Talking about disadvantages. I thought we were going to talk about the benefits.
Okay. We could rephrase the question. Okay. So let's go with the benefits. Benefits, then we'll talk on the disadvantage.
It's okay. There's so much to gain.
So much to gain when you strike that balance.
There's so much to gain by proper planning. You want to be successful about anything in life, you must do proper planning. So the benefit there is you will succeed as a career person, and you will also be a successful. You have a good home.
Have a good home.
A good home.
That's
that is
key.
What is important, and that is
very
why
important.
we are working.
A good home.
That is the reason we are working.
That's the reason why you are working.
You have a peaceful home.
Peaceful home.
A peaceful marriage.
And at the evening of your life,
when
like
you have a
said,
peaceful marriage, you will be well respected.
That's true. Well respected.
You will be well respected. When your marriage is peaceful, your wife will respect you.
That's true.
When your marriage is peaceful, your husband will love you so much. So you have a peaceful home, you'll be well respected, and it also matters so much on your health.
Your health is beautiful. I was going there.
If you are not able to manage your work, your career, the stress, because everything
comes in to
stress. If you are not able to manage your career and your home, you'll be stressed up all your life. And you see some people at 40, they are looking older than their age. At 50, you're already looking 80. And you are sickly. Before you know it, high blood pressure, BP here, in and out. So it also counts on your health.
Your health.
And very important, your children. You are leaving a good legacy. You have a God-fearing
home.
God-fearing home. And when you have a God-fearing home, there will be less trouble for your home.
Beautiful.
Not when, as you are growing, the children are growing every day, you are called to the prison, you are called to the police station, come and bail one person.
Because you're wearing there.
And they easily fall victims to
peer pressures. Wow.
Peer pressures.
Wrong friends, wrong association.
So the benefits are
enormous.
so much
Enormous.
on your family, on your children, on your marriage, and on your health.
Your health. Your health is most important. It is important to strike that work balance. Work balance, it improves your overall well-being. Overall well-being, including your physical, your emotional, your mental health. Studies have shown that working long hours can lead to such serious health issues as impaired sleep, depression, impaired memory, and total burnout, a complete burnout. You need to balance your life in order to have proper health management. You need to know when to strike that balance, so you are not looking older than your age. You are not stressed out, burnt out completely, and at the end, you're wondering, what did I get myself? What did
Sometimes
I get
even,
myself into?
You also find out that during your working time, if you are not close to the children, where there is no proper bonding, as you get old, the children get so far from you.
And
that's a big problem.
That's a big problem.
A very, very big problem, that you are getting old and your children
are not bonded
no longer
with you.
You know,
You are not a stranger in that house. You'll become a stranger in your own house.
The
benefits, the advantages.
Training your children, being close, it's so, they are uncountable.
Beautiful.
You have peace.
That's the essence of life.
You have goodness. You have happy ending.
Happy ending is the word.
Many are crying today because they abandoned their home. They want career. They want days. They abandon their home. They travel anywhere.
Successful outside.
They travel anywhere. They travel at all time. It's giving them joy at that prime age, at that their morning age. Why at their ending time they will find out what they have done to themselves.
Becomes very good.
Wow. So strike the advantages of striking the work balance is enormous. You can't quantify the advantages. So quickly we'll go into some disadvantages, possible real life disadvantages of abandoning your home or neglecting, well, not really abandoning, neglecting one area of your life in pursuit of your career.
The disadvantage can be very disastrous. It just end up total failure. Total what you are trying to build,
irrespective of what you have built,
thought you were building will just fall like pack of cards. At the end, like I mentioned earlier, at the end it gets cold. You become very cold. Your children
abandons you, and you are. And you see so many.
Sometimes, even before the abandonment, sometimes you may not even be able to give them one disadvantage, that you may not be able to give them the quality education because there was no follow-up.
Yes,
so
nobody is monitoring them.
But at the end,
so you had all the money from the career.
You have all the money from the career.
You
put them in very good school. But because of peer pressure that you could not monitor and you could not tape,
you were not there.
You couldn't nip it.
You were not there.
You were not there.
You were not there.
They fall into wrong hands. And once they fall into wrong hands, they will miss the education.
The education you are working for.
Yes, they miss
you were
the
working
education
for.
that you were working for.
You're working hard for.
When they fall into wrong hands, they probably end up into smoking.
All social
vices. They become drug addicts. They go into drinking. And sometimes the girls also becomes
wayward. becomes
They start
entirely
going
wayward
out at early stage with men, all kinds of men.
At
And
early
all
stage,
this- yes, and all
because
this
you are
becomes
lost
problem.
in your career.
And the boys, of course, cultism like is becoming the order of the day.
Order of the day.
What's the reason? Because the
Parents
parents'
are
eyes
absent.
were not
Parents
there
are absent.
when the children needed them.
Parents are absent.
When the children needed them, there was so much parental absence.
And at times also when the wife of the house is totally completely absent, you can see the man beginning to go after the house help. You see house help getting pregnant. You see children at their early age getting completely lost because they are there without monitoring.
Yes. There was a story they told us about a man came out on the internet and he was talking about her elder sister. He said that the
Taking
elder
over her
sister,
home.
No,
Okay.
he said the elder sister is the one that taught them how to have sex.
Okay.
That the elder sister
Okay.
she will come and
Okay.
tell them
You
to
can
be
imagine.
touching her. The elder
You
sister,
can imagine.
because he said that the mother is busy with her business, traveling here and
my
there,
God.
making money.
Oh my God.
So
And
the elder
children
sister
now-
now is the oldest one. So
Elder
she-
sister that should have been
honestly,
a
she was the
mentor
one.
or a
You know,
guide.
they started sleeping with each other. Do you understand?
That's incest.
The woman is busy, and not knowing the cause,
What was even happening in her home?
not knowing what is going on. She's busy making money,
Wow.
and she said she hate her elder sister, she hate her mother
But you were not there.
because of he became used to that. They become used to
Used to
themselves, sleeping around themselves.
Oh my God.
You see the cause.
Oh my
The
God.
consequences are so much.
So much. The
It
consequences.
creates a lot of bad names. Evil, it has created.
And when they learn those bad habits, the tendency to make them
difficult.
becomes difficult.
He said the foolishness is in a child, in every child.
Becomes
It's when you are
difficult.
around
Becomes
that you
difficult.
can
You
remove
cannot-
it out of them. When you
At
are
the
not
early
there
stage.
to drive it with correction,
Oh
they
my
will grow
God.
out with it, with that foolishness in them.
Oh my God.
You see a lot of foolishness here and there. So a lot of consequences is there. So I pray that God
will help us.
Help us
I'll just go
to
through
be
some.
there for our
I'll just
families.
go through some points on how we can actually address the issue of children, abandonment of children. To address this concern, it's important to prioritize your children's well-being while managing your career. It's important to prioritize your children's well-being while managing your career, and to have some strategies of how you could manage your time. Number one is quality time. Ensure you spend meaningful quality time with your children. Engage in the activities they indulge in on a day-to-day basis. Create lasting memories with your children. The second strategy is communication. Keep an open line of communication with your children. Listen to their thoughts and feelings and address any concern. Listen. When you hear them talk, you know if this child is beginning to deviate. When you hear them talk, but when you are not there, you are not even aware of what's in their thought pattern. Now, the third strategy is to set boundaries. Establish clear boundaries between work and family time. Dedicate specific times for work and other family activities. The next strategy is parental involvement. Stay involved in your children. Stay involved in the lives of your children. Attend their school events, participate in their hobbies, and show interest in their daily activities. The next strategy is role modeling. Be a positive role model for your children. Demonstrate the values and behaviors you want to instill in them.
And impact it
on them. So you have to be a role model. They have to look up to you as a mother and a father, so they can learn from you. The next strategy is support system. Of course,
today's children pick their role model from outside.
From outside.
Either what they see in school or
on
what
social
they see
media
outside on
platform.
social media.
Nobody is there.
Nobody is
teach
there.
them,
So
to
you
direct
are
them.
you as
Nobody is there
parents.
to guide them anymore.
Beautiful. So you as a parent, be the role model of your children. Let them look at you as a father. There is a statement I heard when a girl child said, I would not marry in life. I will not marry because the girl child is looking at the way the father treats the mother.
I have had,
so you have to be a
I
positive.
have had that
that same
statement
statement.
severally. Somebody say, no, I
will not get married. If my father can treat my mother this way. So of course, you are a role model to that child. So that character you want to instill in them, be that role model. Let them see those character in you.
I think if truly, either as a mother, as a father, you cannot beat your chest to really say, yes, my child
is following my footsteps.
There
is a problem.
It's a mark of failure.
There is a problem.
A complete failure.
Complete failure.
So if your child
does not look up to you,
your son cannot see
look up to you
as his first role model,
then you have failed.
Then you have failed.
Then you
whether
have
in your career or in family.
So in your career,
I think it should be a challenge.
It should be a challenge.
Every parent.
It should be a challenge.
Every parent
should be the first role model.
Be the first role model. As a mother, be the first role model to your daughter. As a father, be the first role model. Your children should not be picking role models from outside, from the street.
The next strategy is support system. You could seek support from your spouse, from your family or friends, share parenting responsibilities, and seek help when needed. When you need to multitask, you need to seek support system. Monitor influence. Be minded of the influences of your children.
The kind of friends.
Monitor their screen time. Monitor their friends and activities to ensure they are positive and supportive. By balancing your career with these strategies, you can nurture those children to become better godly seeds that you will be proud of. You will be happy at the evening of your life, like what our mother said. I love that word. The evening of your life is key. You will look back to these children. You will be looking up to them, and when you see that you have not nurtured good seeds or godly seeds in these children, you live a life of regret. You end with a life of regret, irrespective of how successful you were in your career. Nurture good seeds in your children.
That's true.
Wow. So, you have another disadvantage of abandoning your...
Oh no, it has a lot to do to mostly girl children. Nobody teach them this, how, when it comes to women's side, menstruation time,
they are not there.
They are not
ovulation
there.
Time, they are not there.
And that is why they grow on their own and they get pregnant
Early pregnancy.
Nobody teach them manner of life. That's why they fell in marriages.
You were not there.
You were not there to teach them.
To mold them.
They grow with what they see around them.
Wow.
And when they get married, they mess up the marriage. And they'll come back to you. You'll be the one to suffer it. Because you neglected
their pack their bags back to you.
When the marriage is good, they remember the mother. He's a good man. I had a man that go and pay the bride price of a wife 2 times. Because the wife was good to him. So if you neglect your daughter as a mother, you are busy with your work, you find out you have destroyed the future of your children. The boys there will not do well in marriage because they are not seeing any good example. They were not taught. Nobody teach them how the manner of life, how to do things. They will be losing favor here and there. Some of them, when they come to you, when they speak, you know that they don't have manner at all. Because nobody taught them manner. They speak, they open their mouth to speak anyhow. So a woman being absent in her home because of her career, you find that at the end you find out that you have messed up your life.
We are running out of time. Time is running so fast. Personally, sir, how were you able to, from your own personal life, how were you able to manage your roles as a father, a businessman, and a husband? Personal tips
as a person
from personal point of view.
Right from time when I got married, I already made up my mind.
Beautiful.
Made up my mind. All I asked God was give me the grace.
Give me the grace.
I want to have a good marriage.
Beautiful.
I desire very good marriage.
The decision to succeed.
For it and I also worked for it.
Beautiful.
Working for it, you don't just wish it. You don't just wish to say, I want to have a good marriage. You don't
wish a good marriage. It
requires a lot of
hard
sacrifice.
Work. Beautiful. Sacrifice.
A lot of listening ears and understanding.
Understanding is key.
You must listen to your partner and you must be ready to sacrifice. You must be ready to listen to her and sacrifice. That is very important.
Marriage is sacrifice.
Regular communication.
Beautiful.
And when the children started coming, of course, it's a collective thing. Of course, we prayed for it, and
Beautiful.
God has
So
given
you
them
you
to
have
us.
to manage.
we
know how to.
They also are our priorities.
Beautiful. They are bundles
We
of joy.
create time.
Create time.
We create time for the children. Praying as a family is
Praying
very
as
important.
a family is key.
We minister to them. We read the Bible. We explain every line of the Bible to the children.
So despite your
And
career, you were
My
practically
career,
involved.
what I do is I try to inculcate the family values.
Beautiful.
The right values, spiritual value, godly way of living. It is very important. And there's a family rema. Right? Every child knows it, that whatever you sow, you must reap.
You must reap. Beautiful. So
Anything you sow, you must reap.
reap.
We have made the children to understand that for every action, once
There's
you ask my
a
children,
reaction.
for every action,
There's
there's a
corresponding reaction.
So any action you take, whether it's good or bad, there must be a reaction. So if you want a good reaction, always take a good action. Whether your way of thinking, any decision you make, ensure that it is a positive one.
Beautiful.
So we tried all along, close to ourselves as a family, as husband
Working
and
as a
wife,
team.
and working as a team, and also putting eyes on the children.
Beautiful.
You don't keep your eyes off the children anytime, any day.
Beautiful. Beautiful. That's good. Ma, personal tips
so
on how
much.
you were able to manage, or how you are. You are still a mother, still a wife, still a minister, still a businesswoman. How have you been able to juggle between those roles?
You know, when they were young, I don't get shop far away from my house. I got my shop around my shop, that I can even enter my shop and come to my house.
An eye on them.
You understand? And sometimes I find what subject that is hard for them. Like my first son, at the early stage, I found out he's having problem of mathematics.
Beautiful.
So
because you were there.
So I found a mathematics lesson teacher for him. Now he's best in Wayeki. He got A1 in mathematics.
You don't mean it.
So I put my head to see that subject is failing. I make sure I give him a lesson teacher there that will guide him. When there was a day he said, he was tired that he's not going to lesson. I said, you are not going to lesson. That his leg is paining him. He cannot walk. I went, I broke in. I flog him. And he jumped up. I said, that leg you cannot go to lesson. I flog him. So he jumped. Now he's trying to avoid that cause. He got A1 in WAEC mathematics.
That's a good one.
So that was, I was close to them.
You were close to them.
I mind the way that I speak around them. You can't say idiot in my ear because I never call idiot.
You were
I never say you are animal. What I normally say when it means, I say you must do. You must be responsible. You must be good. I never say you are mad. Your head is like coconut. No, I don't say those negative words. So I live by example to them.
So you were their role model, and you ensured your business never took you away from your home.
Sometimes I travel to Aba to get material because I sell material for women.
Okay.
And some of our women that normally go with us, they sleep there. But I never do that because I love to monitor them in the night. I wake up, I go to their room, I check out they are sleeping, what is going on there. So I monitor them. So I created a great bond between me and them. That if I just stay moody like this, they will call all of them. He said, Mommy, what is that? Did you not say today? Why are you like? They know when I change and when I'm happy and when I'm not happy. So the bond is there. Do you understand?
Because they are now.
The bond is there, so it's very important, and it's giving me joy. And I believe that is how we end. This journey of life at this age, to the end of my age, they will be there for me because I was there for them at their early stage.
Beautiful. That's a good one. Sir, we are running out of time. I just want your final advice to viewers out there. Final word on balancing career and marriage. Final advice to our viewers.
Thank you very much for our viewers listening to us. Whether as a man, as a father, as a wife, as a woman, it is very, very important. And even you that is coming up, hoping to get married someday soon, don't ever sacrifice your marriage because of your career.
Beautiful.
We are not saying career is not important. You need the career to even build
Take
up
care-
a good home, to
of course,
take care of
take
the
care of
family.
your family.
But what is important for you to be successful in all is being able to manage your time and do proper time management. Strike a very good balance and set priorities. Set priorities at any point in time that will be suitable for your family, for your marriage, for your children, while the job not suffering.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Ma, your final advice of viewers out there.
I want to give my advice to those women that they are not even working, but they are just there in the house and they watch their children mess up. They watch their children wear pants on the street.
That is even another.
They are not working, but they are there. They will see their child. Make
So you even have the
their
time.
child
You are not
will
in the
bring
career,
a girlfriend
and
in
you
the
are
house,
not-
a boyfriend in the house,
You are
and the
not in the
boyfriend.
career,
There's one in
and
my
children
street
still going bad.
that the children, they will sleep with their boyfriend in the house.
And parents are there.
And the parents are there.
That's an
You are the one
abnormality.
encouraging your child to have a boyfriend.
That's an
I
abnormality.
believe in sowing and reaping. There is no irresponsible man that will come and marry a child like that.
With
So when you
parents
sow,
watching.
when you are careless with your child, you don't raise them proper. You get a person that is not an irresponsible man to marry them. Or they end up giving birth in their house.
And at the end, you
so
just
be
wasted your
careful
time.
with
Be
how you
careful.
raise your child.
Very
Watch what they
important.
put on. Watch where they go. Friends they make. I don't allow people. I live alone in a compound. I don't
friends
open
they
gates.
keep.
Whoever that comes there, I say, who is that?
The friends
I
they
don't
keep.
even. I have boys. I don't have a female a friend. We don't make friends with opposite sex.
They involve
So
in life of
I
your children.
avoid it. So that that closeness can lead to another thing. So be careful with the friends of your children, where they go, what they put
What
on
they put
matters a
on,
lot.
what they put on.
I believe in sowing and reap. So what you sow now is what you reap
will
at your
reap
evening
at your-
time. Thank you.
I love that word evening time because God has made us as parents caretakers to our children. And certainly he will demand or he will ask you, how did you take care of those children he handed over to you? We saw the story of Eli. God punished Eli. He died a shameful death because he abandoned his children. His family responsibility. So as parents, please find out time to be involved in the lives of your children, to be practically involved in the lives of your children, be their role model. A final word to our viewers out there: balancing career and marriage is about finding what works best for you and your partner. Finding what works best for you and your partner. And you have simple tips of finding out what works best for you. You talk it out. Have open conversation with your partner about your work and home life. Share your feelings, your concern and dreams together as partners. Share the load. Divide household chores and responsibilities fairly. You are a team to work together to keep things running smoothly. Time together, make time for each other without any work distractions. It could be a daily chat or a weekly date night, whatever works for you both. Be flexible. Life can be unpredictable. Be ready to adjust your plans and priorities whenever or when unexpected things comes up. Get support. Don't hesitate to lean on family, friends, or community or your community for help and advice. You are not alone in this journey. Take care of yourself. That's the final tip. Take care of yourself.
That is important.
Your health. Take care of yourself. Remember to look after your own well-being, physically, mentally, and emotionally. When you are at your best, you can give your best to your relationship and work.
That's right.
Balancing career and marriage is all about finding what works best for you and your partner. It's a journey, so be patient with yourself and each other as you figure it out together. I hope you've been blessed by today's topic, balancing career and marriage. Know that life is seed time and harvest, sowing and reaping. So please learn to sow beautiful seeds. Learn to sow good seeds in the morning of your life, so that the evening of your life you will look back. You will look back to reap good fruits. Good fruits includes a fulfilled or successful career and godly seeds. God bless you. Thank you for making our time to join us in today's topic and today's program. We'll look out to see you next week, 10 a.m. Thank you so much. Remain blessed.